What's up, everybody? And today we are reacting to 50 people show us their state's accents. And I did this on purpose because obviously I'm going to be traveling the country very soon with my wife. That is going to be the big goal of 2022, is I'm changing my life and traveling the country, and I'm very excited for it. So I thought it'd be really cool to check out all the different accents of all the different places that I'm probably going to go and see what they're like. If you're interested in my travels around the country, I am going to be doing a vlog every Friday, and I'm very excited to do that, and it's going to be covering a wide range of different things, so definitely subscribe and turn on that notification bell if you are interested. My merch is still available as well, link down below. Check it out. If you buy some of the merch, you get a private video sent to you by me. It's a ton of fun. Go check it out, and obviously I will leave a link down below to the OG video, so you can definitely check that out if you want as well. So let's pop this up, let's have a quick cheeky peek at this, shall we?
I never thought I had an accent, but everyone else told me I did, so I never really understood my accent. But we say soda pop, and that was weird, I guess.
My grandma says soda pop, and my granddad says soda pop, so that's kind of weird. Let's see.
The great thing about Oklahoma is it's really this confluence of a whole bunch of different parts of the country. So the northern part of the state is really like the plains, so people kind of have that flat Iowa accent.
People always know I'm from the Midwest when I say bagel.
But if you get down south...
Do you know what I found? There isn't that big of a range of accents in the US. Like, obviously there's a huge range between the north and the south. If you look at their accents in general, they're obviously very different. But compared to, like, obviously the UK, where you could drive 20 minutes down the road and it's a completely different accent, like it sounds like a foreign language, there's not that variety in the US, which I find kind of strange. And I wonder if that's anything to do with, like, movies and TV shows and stuff, and kind of just giving everyone the same kind of broad accent. I don't know. I wonder what the reason is for that.
To the Little Dixie portion, it has a much more of a southern drawl.
Elongating those vowels a little bit and saying y'all every sentence.
How y'all doing today?
Y'all want to go to Waffle House? Come on over, we'll go to Waffle House.
It's just like real round in your mouth, and you're just like, hey y'all.
See, like, all them different states pretty much sound the same. But they're, like, pretty big states. But they all sound pretty much the same. Isn't that crazy?
How we doing tonight? Are you guys gonna go down to the game this weekend? I'm so excited. Like, Joshua's doing real great this year.
Everybody talks really slow, especially compared to New Yorkers.
Most New Yorkers are loud. You got
See, like, New York has definitely got its own little twang to it, doesn't it?
to fit your way into a conversation most oftentimes when you're in New York.
Vermont's accent is very unique, and it's hard to slip into unless you're talking to another person who, like, grew up farming. But the phrase that I can say in my accent is always, oh sure, bud. Oh sure.
People from California.
Yeah, it sounds very kind of Mainer-esque. Obviously, I live here in Maine at the moment until we start traveling. But Vermont and Maine then sounded... She sounded very... Maybe my ears are just not used to it, but she sounded very Mainer-esque at that point.
California kind of have, like, they say like.
Colorado doesn't really have a typical accent. Lots of people say that it has no accent, but you'll definitely get called out if you say Colorado. It's Colorado.
So I've been told from people in New York that my state has an accent. Some people go Chicago. I don't think we do.
There's parts that I can hear like a little bit of a twang and kind of...
See, like, most of them sound the same. They sound the same. There isn't that much of a broad change. Let me know in the comments. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, in the UK... Manchester and Liverpool are about an hour drive from each other, and they sound like they're from opposite ends of the world. And, like, I don't sound like anything like someone from London. Like, it's completely different, and, like, England's the size of New England pretty much, and that's it. So, like, the change in accent is nowhere near as drastic, and I want to know the reason behind that. It's so interesting.
kind of sound like this.
Some people in New Mexico have accents, depending on what part of the state you're from. People in the South tend to sound a little bit more like they could be from Texas.
Really wide syllables, really kind of drawn out phrases.
It's a little sing-songy, like a little bit Valley Girl almost. I'm from New Mexico, and I love eating burritos.
You wanna go skiing up on mountain?
Pass me those taters.
I don't know, I mean, like, there's cowboys, you know, there's horses. I don't know, because I don't feel like I have an accent.
I went home a couple...
See, like, a lot of people are saying I don't feel like I have an accent, and a lot of them people who say that pretty much sound the same. It's got to be something to do with, like, media and movies and TV shows that influencing, right?
A couple of years ago and was watching home videos of my sister and I, and we had to, like, do a weather forecast as, like, little kids, and we'd be like,
There's a big hurricane coming from the left coast, but don't worry because we don't know that it's coming. And people would be like, what are you saying?
I can put on the, you gotta park the car and hop the yard and give the guy a quarter for some chowder. That's a standard Boston accent right there.
Any
See, that sounded foreign. That sounded foreign.
ER would have an AH at the end.
It's kind of like Boston, but cooler and a bit more drunk. Like, we gotta go up to Bar Harbor to get some lobster supper.
My mom
Yeah, that was very Mainer. That was definitely very Mainer.
has this kind of strange half French Canadian, half Boston accent that sounds like peanut characters. Womp womp. Womp 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 womp.
Well, if you're from North Dakota, you've got some long O's.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
You hang on to your R's a little too.
It gets a little bit thicker the older you are. Your grandma sounds a little bit like this. Your mom might be a little bit softer.
I'm from Wisconsin. Go pack, go. It kind of gets like up here. Go pack. I say big. I have some eggs in a bag.
The bed.
See, like, there's a lot of states that combine a lot of the different, like, slang and stuff like that, which is interesting.
Example of the Wyoming accent I feel like I've ever seen was in Brokeback Mountain. One curve in the road, and they missed it.
So if you live in Washington State, no one ever says they have an accent. They all think they speak pretty normal, which is kind of true.
Just kind of middle of the road. Sort of like...
Everyone in America has an accent. Just FYI. People say they don't have accents. Everybody has an accent. You can't say you don't have an accent when you've got an American accent.
Tell her itself.
But they also kind of have like a country hit kind of thing to them. So they'll say like, Worshington, like I'm gonna wash my hands. And you're like, worsh? What kind of a word is that?
We pronounce our T's as D's, so we say like Connecticut instead of Connecticut.
I feel like Michigan's typical accent is very nasally. Hi, like that type of vibe.
So if I'm from like Northside Kauai, I'm going to sound something like this.
See, that obviously Hawaii is like completely different, which rightly so.
People say that us Marylanders have accents, but I don't think we have an accent.
Idaho doesn't have a really distinct accent.
You all have accents! You all have accents! It's ridiculous!
There's no accent in Indiana.
Yes, there is.
Very biased, but I really don't think we have
Yes,
an
you
accent.
do.
I don't hear it.
Yes, you do.
But I get reminded of it when I travel.
100%.
I think this is normal.
It's a
Nope.
perfect neutral Pacific Northwest tone.
American
Sophia
accent.
does not have a typical Alaska accent. She's
You have an
originally from
accent.
there. She grew up in, I don't know, Kansas or something.
My husband laughs at me because I say wolf instead of wolf.
Our accents are
That's
all
fair.
over the place.
The first one that comes to my head is a Latino one. Me voy a coger un cortadito.
There's the
That makes
St.
sense.
Louis accent where we say certain things like quarters and water.
Where I'm from, they like to say Hena or Mayan. That shirt over there is Mayan. From Philly, they like to say Wooder. and
Mayan?
Yous guys. But in Pittsburgh, instead of yous guys, they say yins. What are yins doing?
North Carolina is it's an interesting accent. It's just got a little bit of a drawl.
It's a little lazier.
They're all saying the same thing.
Slow pace, very good, very nice.
There's Charleston, South Carolina, which is more like this. It's more smooth. It might have a daughter named Darcy.
And then you got the real squealy southern accent. And then you just got the very just, hey, how you doing?
That one's good. I like that. I like that. That's hilarious. I'll leave a link down below to the original video. They all have accents. People say they don't have accents. You have an accent. Don't be silly. Of course you do. You sound American. At least to me. At least to the rest of the world. So the plan for us is we're traveling. Obviously, we're in Maine right now, and we're going to be traveling all the way down to Florida and spending a couple months in Florida over the winter. And we're visiting all sorts of different places. We're visiting South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. Right, Steph? Where else are we visiting? New York State. Not the city, the state. And a few other places in between. I think we're not going Vermont, are we? No, we're driving through Vermont, and we're just kind of taking our time, like spending a week traveling down to Florida and spending a couple months in Florida, and then we're going to be going west towards Texas. If you are interested in our travels, definitely subscribe and turn that notification bell, because we're going to be doing a bunch of vlogs, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to getting on the road. We're like a couple weeks out, if that. Not even that. Got to finish off some plumbing. And then we're on the road, guys. It's going to be a ton of fun. Maybe I'll see you on the road as well, which will be even more amazing. I'm also hoping to stop and visit some places. Actually, one of the places I put on our kind of itinerary is Gettysburg, because I know obviously of the Civil War, there was a bunch of battles there, so it'd be really cool to see any monuments there if there is, and maybe do a little cheeky vlog for the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But yeah, other than that, members, you're beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. I'm excited to get to know some more of you guys in the private Discord. If you don't know about that, the guardsmen and the officers get put into a private Discord. We have a good old Chin-Wag, and sometimes we play some video games. And we talk things like trees. We talk about trees, which Blaze is going to hate the fact that I keep bringing up the trees. But whatever, Blaze. And yeah, you can be part of the private Discord, the little community we have. Link down below to the join button. Also, link down below will be to the merch. Check it out. You get a private video sent to you by me, which is a ton of fun as well. Other than that, links down below to all my socials. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day and a happy New Year's. 2022 is going to be a beast, guys. I love you all. Goodbye.